Good morning. So I was going to pick up on lesson 161, but I'm not really feeling inspired to do that. So I'm going to read the manual for teachers. And this feels like the right thing to do right now. So, manual for teachers. Introduction. The role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the thinking of the world. The reversal is characteristic. It seems as if the teacher and the learner are separated, the teacher giving something to the learner rather than to himself. Further, the act of teaching is regarded as a special activity in which one engages only a relatively small proportion of one's time. The course, on the other hand, emphasizes that to teach is to learn, so that teacher and learner are the same. It also emphasizes that teaching is a constant process. It goes on every moment of the day and continues into sleeping thoughts as well. This is very important because if I don't have an open mind, if I'm not open, I'm just going to be miserable. So I have to I have to be open and realize that learning is a constant process and teaching is a constant process. And if I'm a teacher, I'm also the student, and if I'm the student, I'm also the teacher. To teach is to demonstrate. There are only two thought systems, and you demonstrate that you believe one or the other is true all the time, fear or love. My behavior, my actions, my attitude are demonstrating all the time which thought system I am believing in, fear or love. And I'm sorry, I'm cutting in with, I'm interrupting with my own words, and I hope if you're reading along or if you read this, you can see that. Anyway, I hope it's obvious when I'm doing that. From your demonstration, others learn, and so do you, and they can learn love or fear. The question is not whether you will teach, for in that there is no choice. We are all teachers. The purpose of the course might be said to provide you with the means of choosing what you want to teach on the basis of what you want to learn. That which I give, I receive. You cannot give to someone else, but only to yourself, and this you learn through teaching. You cannot give to someone else, but only to yourself, and this you learn through teaching. Teaching is but a call to witnesses to attest to what you believe. It is a method of conversion. This is not done by words alone. Any situation must be to you a chance to teach others what you are and what they are to you. No more than that, but also never less. So, any situation must be to you a chance to teach others what you are and what they are. No more than that, but also never less. The curriculum you set up is therefore determined exclusively by what you think you are and what you believe the relationship of others is to you. In the formal teaching situation, these questions may be totally unrelated to what you think you are teaching. Yet, it is impossible not to use the content of any situation on behalf of what you really teach and therefore really learn. To this, the verbal content of your teaching is quite irrelevant. It may coincide with it, or it may not. It is the teaching underlying what you say that teaches you. Teaching but reinforces what you believe about yourself. Its fundamental purpose is to diminish self-doubt. This does not mean that the self you are trying to protect is real. This does not mean the self you are trying to protect is real. But it does mean that the self you think is real is what you teach. So which self am I coming from? The small egoic self, or this true self of who I really am? The love and light, one with God. This is inevitable. There is no escape from it. How could it be otherwise? Everyone who follows the world's curriculum, and everyone here does follow it until he changes his mind, which to me I find is in the moment. And unfortunately, it's far fewer moments than I would like. And teaches solely to convince himself of what he is not. Herein is the purpose of the world, to change your mind and teach. Teaches solely to convince himself that he is what he is not. What else then would its curriculum be? Into this hopeless and closed learning situation, which teaches nothing but despair and death, God sends his teachers. And as they teach his lessons of joy and hope, their learning finally becomes complete. Joy and hope. I choose that over despair and death. Except for God's teachers, there would be little hope of salvation, for the world of sin would seem forever real and dark and depressing and bleak. The self-deceiving must deceive, for they must teach deception. And what else is hell? This is a manual for the teachers of God, you. They are not perfect, or they would not be here. No one here is perfect in this world. But they are perfect. Yet it is their mission to become perfect here. And so they teach perfection over and over in many, many ways until they have learned it. And then they are seen no more, although their thoughts remain a source of strength and truth forever. Who are they? How are they chosen? What do they do? How can they work out their own salvation and the salvation of the world? This manual attempts to answer these questions. And so we will start reading the manual for teachers tomorrow. This was the introduction, and I'm not going to, I don't know, I'm going to take it a day at a time. I'm looking for my bookmark. I apologize. I'm going to take it a day at a time, but I'm going to, I think I'm going to, well, I'm definitely going to move through the manual of teachers. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, a section at a time or such, a couple paragraphs at a time. I'm not sure, but Holy Spirit will reveal that to me. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.